What's up, guys? So, if any of you guys know me remotely well or have been following me for a little while, you know I'm a huge no-fap believer. Sure, people have mixed opinions. Some people think it works, some people think it's bullshit. Me personally, I'm a huge no-fap believer, and I'm on like a decent streak right now. Believe I'm on like day 35, and best believe I am planning on going a lot longer than that. But yeah, 35 days is decent. That's what I'm at right now. But anyway, guys, I wanted to give you like a simple concept to think upon if you struggle with watching porn and doing all that stuff and struggle with like sticking to a no-fap streak or giving up the habit. So the concept I want you guys to think about is, sure, watching porn and whatever. It's tempting. I get it. I get it. The girls are hot. It's a slippery slope. It's very tempting. But the question I want to ask you guys is, do you ever feel good in the 20 minutes after you did that? Do you ever feel accomplished? Do you ever feel like you did something you're real proud of that you want to tell everyone about? I don't think so, guys, because it's nothing to be proud of. In fact, in my opinion, it's something to be ashamed of. In my opinion, you just sinned against God and you just released your life force energy, meaning you're going to have a lot less energy levels and testosterone and happiness and motivation and dopamine in the next following days and weeks after you did the deed, after you released, after you gave in to that sinful fleshly temptation. So just ask yourself the question. The biggest thing about, porn and jerking off is the temptation, but afterwards you feel awful. It's very tempting, but is it worth it? Absolutely not. Is 10 seconds of a temporary pleasure really worth feeling bad about yourself, guilty, ashamed, low energy, low testosterone for days afterwards? No, in my opinion, not. That's why I try to avoid watching porn and whatever, jerking off, whatever you want to call it. I try to do that as rarely and infrequently as possible and basically try to do it not at all, like never, guys. Of course, occasionally I'll slip up. We're all human, guys. No one's perfect, but I try my best to avoid that stuff as much as possible. And I feel bad for the dudes doing it, multiple times a week or even multiple times a day. That's pathetic, guys. You're going to feel like shit. And it's funny. If you do that often and you are depressed and you really have to question why you're depressed, I'd say that's a large reason. Like, dude, get with the freaking program, man. You are literally releasing dopamine out of your body every time you ejaculate to porn, giving you less dopamine for the rest of the day, throughout the day, and that's why you feel depressed or anxious or low energy or low motivation or low testosterone, because you just gave into temptation, you just gave into sin. So that's about it, guys. Again, if you feel tempted, just ask yourself, am I going to feel good after I do this? Am I going to feel accomplished? If I do this, is it going to be something I can tell my friends or my mom or my grandma or my girlfriend or anything like that? Is it really something you're proud of? And if it's not something you'd be proud of doing behind closed doors, if it's not something you'd be proud of telling people in public, you probably shouldn't be doing it behind closed doors. And guys, I was just in this video telling you the negatives of watching porn and jerking off. Don't even get me started on the positives of retaining your seed and not doing that, because the list goes on, guys. There are so many benefits of not watching porn and not jerking off and semen retention, and I'm a huge believer in it. I've been a believer in it for years. If there's anything about me that you look up to or think is admirable, I'd say a lot of that honestly comes from No-Fap, because I'm a huge believer in it and I practice it and I try to avoid sexual temptation and sin to the best of my ability. And I do a decent job at doing that extremely rarely and basically never, because I think it's the wrong thing to do. And I think you can use that sexual energy for a greater purpose, like serving God, glorifying God, being the best version of yourself, improving yourself, getting a nice physique, making creative videos, making music, the list goes on, guys. But use that sexual energy and testosterone and life force energy and drive, that magical energy within you, because it truly is magical. Use it for something greater than releasing your load into a tissue for a freaking Lana Rhoades video. Use it for a greater purpose, like making awesome content or making content that potentially leads people to God, which is my personal goal right now. So that's about it, guys. Just wanted to preach a bit about the benefits of No-Fap and just give you something to think about next time you feel tempted to think, are you really going to feel good after you do it? Absolutely not. You're going to feel like shit. You're going to feel guilty. You're going to feel drained. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to feel ashamed. And you should, because it's a disgusting habit. But guys, it's about it. Hope this motivates you. to not jerk off next time you feel tempted, and hold on to that sexual energy. Hold on to your life force energy. That's about it, guys. Hope this helps and have a fantastic day.